Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast on the Box Office Buzz 302 YouTube channel. As always, I am joined by my main man, Mr. LL himself, Larry Loper. I am Gilly Rosari. Let's get right to it. What are we going to start with this week? Not football, not basketball, not wrestling. Actually, we're not going to do wrestling at all. We're going to start with boxing. Pow, pow,
Boxing?
pow.
It's a
Boxing.
boxing match, Gil?
We're
It's a
gonna.
boxing
There is
match?
actually a boxing match
Is
that
it?
some people are talking about. Some people, and this is what I want to ask you: are
Okay.
people really interested in the next Jake Paul fight? Because he is actually not the headliner. I think only two times he's fought, he hasn't been the headliner. Last time was against old man Mike Tyson, which was
Yeah.
ridiculous that people actually thought Tyson might win prior to them actually fighting. But no, now this time he was supposed to fight Tank Davis, but he got in some domestic
Yeah.
problems. So now he has upgraded, or did he upgrade? At least physically, he upgraded to my main man, Anthony Joshua, representing the UK. Now, you tell me,
hmm
is this an upgrade in competition like most people think it is? Like I think it is, but you are more the boxing
Right.
aficionado.
Right.
So
No.
you tell me, what would it have been a tougher fight for Jake to fight Davis or
Mhm.
Joshua, or does it really matter? Would he have beaten both or would he have lost to both? Because these are
Nah.
real boxers that are still boxing.
Yeah. My opinion, man, I think the Tank Davis fight would have been way more of a harder fight for Jake Paul beating instead of Anthony Joshua. And people say, well, he's he's bigger than him. He's bigger than him, but you gotta think Tank can actually fight. Like his skill level is really up there, and that's going to nullify size. Skill could nullify size, but in boxing, it definitely can. Um, when you have this, because what he's going to do, he's going to be smart enough to know, okay, I can't go toe to toe with this guy. Cool. But I know when to kind of take my shots, stamina, in and out. He's smart. So it's going to be calculated. He ain't going to just let this big dude just punch on him. His speed was going to be a factor. And he knows how to take a punch. Uh, the difference is between Anthony and my opinion between Anthony and Joshua is the fact, yeah, he has the size, but he don't have the chin.
Mm.
So Jake Paul could get a shot in, and Jake Paul hits hard. And if you hit hard and if you don't have the skill set to dodge the punch, because as we know, Anthony Joshua chin ain't solid, bro. So I could see Jake Paul landing some shots. If he catch him the right way, he's gonna put him to sleep, man. He's gonna put him to sleep. Now, I think he's smart enough to know to kind of stay out his range a little bit. As I've been watching Jake Paul, he comes prepared. He doesn't come to the fight sloppy. You know what I mean? Um, and the only thing you can say about Anthony and Josh was that yeah, he got power, but his power, he doesn't know how to set it up. He doesn't know how to set it up. So he's
Mm.
not fighting a super skilled heavyweight. He's just fighting a big guy. So I don't know. I don't know. I probably lean towards Jake Paul in this fight, believe it or not. I'll lean towards Jake Paul in this fight. Um, yeah, I'm gonna lean Jake Paul in this fight, man. I think he's gonna catch him with a shot. I think he's
Mm.
gonna catch him with a shot. I thought Tank would have gave him way more of a challenge.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're saying that even though the last time Anthony Joshua fought a guy in boxing that didn't really have a big boxing background was Francis Ngannou,
Yeah.
former UFC heavyweight champion who specializes in striking, and he's
Right.
got grenades in his hands. Anthony Joshua beat him. Anthony Joshua stopped him, TKO'd him. You think Jake Paul will be more of a threat? Now, there is a big size discrepancy. This is the first time. I mean, Jake Paul is not a heavyweight. He's not a
Right.
true heavyweight. He's probably what's the class under heavyweight? Is that cruiserweight? Is that what
Yeah.
that is?
Yeah. Cruiser.
Cruiser. He's probably like a cruiserweight. The only heavyweight that's, around about his size was Mike Tyson, who was always a small heavyweight. Anthony Joshua is gigantic.
He is.
Gigantic. I mean, if he could set up the jab a little bit,
Right. That's what I'm
keep
saying.
keep the distance. I mean, to me, this is me, not an expert, just kind of a, you know, fan, I guess. To me, Anthony Joshua wins this fight, finishes this fight.
Well, we thought that Mike Tyson Oberheim was going to do
Not
something with it.
me, not
Yeah.
I. That's not what I said. I
Yeah.
said I said Jake Paul was gonna win.
Um. I mean,
Anthony
Anthony
Joshua's
Joshua.
not 58 years old
He's
with a knee
not.
brace on.
Anthony Joshua should win this fight. You're right, Gil. He should win this fight. But I would not be surprised Jake Paul catch it with a shot, man. Um, and if Anthony Joshua sleeps on Jake Paul, because sometimes they take these guys for granted, man. It's
Hmm.
going to be a big fight. Either which way, it's a big fight. It's a big draw because we want to
Hmm.
see Jake Paul get punished. You know, it's like watching Logan Paul. You want to see him lose in wrestling. You know what I mean? He has,
Hmm.
he has a good skill set, but you want to see him lose. He's the ultimate villain.
Hmm.
And in Jake Paul's situation, it's not that he's a villain. It's just the fact that they don't look at him as a traditional boxer. And he's doing a bigger draw than traditional boxers are.
Hmm.
So that's the issue here. So they just want to see somebody just fight up and or somebody that has a skill set to go in there and beat on them. Because you're always picking fighters that seem to be out their prime or just doesn't add up very well. Either which way he has an advantage somehow, some way. So, like you said, this is the first fight he has a disadvantage on paper. He has a disadvantage. And if he goes in there and he doesn't fight a smart fight, then you're right. Anthony Joshua should easily beat him with the jab. Easy beat him with the jab. He hit hard. I mean, shoot, he hard too.
Hmm.
So you get hit by a heavyweight. It's a different punch. So
Now,
he just got
what do you
smart.
think of the stipulation? And there's only one stipulation.
What was it?
Anthony Joshua, his weight limit can only be 245, which means he's got to cut about 30 pounds from his normal fighting weight.
Man,
And
phew.
I don't think he's ever cut weight as a professional,
Yeah,
as
that's
a
see,
heavyweight, and 30 pounds, you do
see,
that
Gil,
like the
we're
week
already
of the
starting.
fight. And
We always
doesn't that make you susceptible to being
yes,
knocked out when you got to cut that
yes.
kind of weight?
Well, you looked at Ryan Garcia when we had fought
Hmm.
Tank.
And he
The
didn't
no,
cut 30
he
pounds.
couldn't hydrate. He couldn't
Hmm.
hydrate. And all fighters do this. They'll cut weight and hydrate and
Hmm.
get to a bigger weight, their natural
Hmm.
fighting weight, right? He looked drained. He looked naturally drained. He did not have the energy, the power, anything. It's
Hmm.
very hard on the body when you're used to walking a certain weight and you're carrying that weight, and then you ask to come down and trim down. You're talking about 30 pounds lighter.
Hmm.
Even though you're still heavy, but that's light though.
Hmm.
It's the stamina part, bro. It's the stamina part. It's not the power part. Is what if Jake Paul could fight a smart fight and get him into the later rounds? And how many rounds is it for this fight?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
So I'm assuming it's going to be at least six, seven,
I'm gonna say at least 8,
at
but
least
I don't
eight. All
know.
right, cool. So if he can get him past, I say the fourth or fifth. Now stamina starts to play a factor.
Hmm.
Now that starts to play a factor. Because Joshua got to come out kind of strong and kind of do him in the first two, maybe 3 rounds.
Hmm.
Advantage Joshua. Fourth and better, advantage Jake Paul. And that's when I think Joshua will be suspect to the knockout because your legs start getting weak. It's legs. Your legs start getting weak when you start losing stamina.
I agree with that. So that just tells me that Joshua's gonna win inside of 4 rounds.
There you go.
If
There
if
you
he's
go.
really in danger to losing his weight and losing his stamina
Yeah, you can't
and
play with him.
needing to rehydrate, because you know that's such a toll on the body to cut that kind of. If you haven't done it, you really got to think about it, or you just have no idea. And you know, Anthony Joshua, he's kind of like a little bit on the decline now of
Sure,
his career.
sure.
So to be cutting that kind of way, but ultimately, I think he's the true boxer. He's the former champion. He
Yeah,
knows his body, and he knows if it's going to be a problem after the fourth round, I got to get this guy up out of here. I'm
yeah,
bigger, I'm stronger, I'm better, I got more skills, I've got the
yeah.
resume.
And I don't think that, especially if Jake Paul is to get some punches in, and if Anthony Joshua, now this is me in the side on the side of Anthony. I told you my side of Jake Paul. Now let me explain the
Hmm.
side of Anthony Joshua. If Jake Paul gives him a real good shot and he's able to eat that shot and he's starting to feel like his power is not a factor, then it's going to be a bad fight for Jake Paul, because if I don't respect your power, that means I'm gonna start walking you down.
Mm,
I'm gonna walk you down. You know, I might get the people the first round, just so the people are getting to see you on a little show. But then the second, third, I'm gonna really start to box you, and then I'm gonna really start to cut this ring off for you. I'm gonna really start to my will's gonna start to take over. And that's where the boxer versus the non-boxer comes in at. You know what I'm saying? That part. Like you're saying with Agondo, he was not a true boxer. You know
hmm.
what I mean? He's a UFC. You pit Anthony Joshua in that same UFC octagon. It's a whole different fight. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But you went to his world
Hmm.
and a smart fight. No different when Conor McGregor fought Floyd.
Hmm.
You take Floyd in UFC, he ain't winning that fight.
Hmm.
You go into his world, the boxer kicks in. So if we
Hmm.
look at it from that angle, if once again I don't respect your power, down the box are going to kick in, and I'm going to show you this what I do. And for Anthony Joshua, we should take it personal. Should really take it personal, because you are representing boxing.
Hmm.
Okay, so you should not lose to a YouTuber, you know, that guy, TikTok or whatever you want to call him. You shouldn't be losing to that guy. He got to start to respect this sport, and you got to be the guy to make him respect this sport. That's how I would take it. I would take it as you disrespecting my sport.
Right.
I work hard in this thing, and you think you can just jump in here and play with my sport? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make an example out you. That's how I would do it. If there ain't no hidden clauses outside of just I can't hydrate. You dig?
Hmm. I uh I think the all the pressure is on Anthony Joshua for the
Yes.
reasons you just said. He's the boxer, he's the former world champion. Um, and also Jake Paul knows no more excuses, no more. You're not fighting a real fighter. You're not fighting anyone in your weight class. You're not fighting a fighter in his prime, 2 decades after his prime, stuff like that. This is a guy who's still fighting. Maybe he's not in his complete prime, but he's still there. He's still up there. And he wins this, he shuts up almost everybody.
He does.
Almost everybody.
He does. You gotta take him
Almost.
serious. You have to
Yeah.
start to take him serious
You
right
can't
now.
you can't just call him a YouTuber that
Nah,
boxes. You got to say no, this guy's a
nah,
boxer.
he's a boxer. He's a boxer. You know. So for him, this is for him a legacy fight for him. You know.
Mhm.
Because after this is like, okay, I don't think he's going to get that draw anymore.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So this could hurt his brand also. He's taking a big risk out here, man.
Mhm.
Because that could definitely hurt his brand if he doesn't deliver the goods. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm. Let's just for poops and giggles. Let's just say Jake wins. He wins
Okay.
by decision. He clearly wins, but it's by decision.
Okay.
Who's next for Jake Paul? Do you wait for Tank or do you look for someone else? Do you think
You want me to throw a name out there, a big fish? That's going to be a huge draw. That
yes?
he loves money, and it's just going to be a money fight. You talking
Mhm.
about
Like
a nice
like
money
like
fight?
this fight because people were like, why did Anthony Joshua take this fight? Because of the
It's a
money,
money fight. It's a money
huge
fight.
huge
Huge
purse.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. What purse would you see out there that would be a huge purse?
A
If he beats
you
Anthony Joshua, who can deliver a huge purse?
to be hit to be his next opponent.
Yes.
Uh, Canelo.
You think Canelo?
I think Canelo.
Okay.
That's a whoever you're thinking of, that's a bigger purse.
Okay.
Canelo is a bigger purse. He's coming off of a loss, and Jake Paul has been calling him out for 2 years.
I was thinking
And
Floyd.
they are kind of comparable size wise. Comparable.
Canelo,
Comparable.
Canelo beat that boy. He'll beat that boy. But as far as the money, I was actually thinking Floyd.
I think Floyd's over, dude. Floyd already fought his brother. He already fought Logan, and it was a
It,
draw.
it
It
was a
was a
draw.
draw. It was a draw because of the stipulations, because the
Yeah.
stipulation was Mayweather had to knock him out.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
didn't knock him out. It
He did
went to
not.
a decision. And even though Floyd won more rounds, he didn't knock him out.
Canelo
So
said he was open for it too. Canelo said he was open for the thought of fighting him too. So there could be a dude fight. I mean, he just lost
that's
to Crawford.
he just lost.
Um,
I mean,
the
I'd see
only
that.
fight they said,
I'd see that fight. I'd see that. I think
the only
Canelo
fight
would beat the brakes off of
he'll
him,
be the breakup
but
Jake Paul.
Canelo is starting to go down a little bit
Yeah, but
too.
he ain't losing no Jake Paul. You gotta think he lost to a great fighter. He
Hmm.
lost to a generational, as we say, generational talent. He fought
Hmm.
a generational talent. It's
100%.
not easy to do what Crawford did. Okay,
Hmm.
he didn't knock him out.
No, he
He
didn't.
just outboxed him. You hear me?
Hmm.
So yeah, his decline still is superb.
Hmm.
He's not no bum. Like nobody's going to just beat Canelo. Okay,
Hmm.
you got to really box Canelo. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So Jake Paul ain't got that skill set at all.
And
At all.
he's never been knocked out, right?
Never.
Canelo, he's never been
Ever.
knocked out.
Ever. His losses can't nope, because Bivol he only got 3 losses. Bivol didn't knock him out. He went up in weight, which was a challenge. He went up in weight. Crawford beat him by decision. Outboxed him. Both of these dudes outboxed. All the people they lost
And,
to had
and
impeccable.
Mayweather,
Yeah, and Mayweather.
and Mayweather.
Mayweather caught him when he was younger, so he wasn't as seasoned in the ring. So I
I
thought the
I think the first Gennady Golovkin fight, where it was
well,
called a draw,
well,
I think Triple G won. My
I
opinion. I thought he
I
won.
I believe he did too, but I could see why it was a draw because at that time when Triple G was in that position, he was knocking jokers out.
Hmm.
Everybody that he went across, they wasn't making it to the end. He was knocking them out. So Canelo, and I believe Canelo went up in weight to fight
Hmm.
Triple G, didn't he? So
Yeah,
by him not
middleweight.
getting knocked out, and he was able to still do what he did. He played a great defensive fight, and he was able to tangle with him. So in that sense, I can see why it was a tie because
Hmm.
Triple G didn't impose his will on him. You know what I'm saying? That why. I can see why. Yeah.
I see why, but I think Triple G
If
won.
you don't knock the champ out, you're right. If the champion don't get knocked out and the champion didn't fight a bad fight, the champ got the win. You gotta give him the dub. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But it's politics in
Oh, of
boxing.
course. They wanted a rematch.
You know that go. It's
What's
a bigger
bigger than a
draw.
super fight? Two super fights.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big
of
draw.
course. Of course. All right. So that is our take on the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight, which will be December 19th in Miami.
In Miami.
And you can catch it on Netflix. So if you got Netflix, you'll be watching it for free.
Yes,
Can't beat
sir.
that.
Can
Can't
beat
beat
that.
that.
Can
You'll
beat
have, you
that.
might have a few crappy undercard fights, but I gotta say, the Canelo Terrence Crawford fight, those
All three of
undercard
those
fights,
fights
they
were
were
great.
all good.
Yeah, they were
They
good.
were all good. The one was amazing.
Yeah.
Was amazing. And that's why it was called a draw. So yeah. So check it out. We'll probably bring it up our show right before the fight happens, just to remind the people in case something new has come up and stuff like that to get you all hyped about it. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the association. the
Yeah, so
National
yeesh.
Basketball Association, that
Hey
is.
man, it's still early season.
Hmm.
And it's a long season. It's 80 game season.
Bronny's
80,
back. LeBron, I mean,
he's back, but
Bron.
it's Luca's team. It's
Yeah.
definitely Luka Doncic's team. There's no question about it. And Bron came back and yeah, I think he's starting to understand, like, okay, cool. I got somebody who it's his team. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Bron had come in, and that was my biggest curiosity is how was he going to be adapt to the team and how was the team going to adapt to him? And I see now that Bron is just filling a role. He's like, okay, cool. If Luka's going to be a drop in 30 a game, let me just contribute, do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Don't take away from this guy because this guy right here is balling.
Hmm.
Luka's balling.
Hmm.
Austin Reeves is balling. They got a nice team,
Hmm.
man. LA got a nice team, man.
They got a
So
nice team.
they got a nice team, man. They really do. And I'm gonna get JJ Redick his props. He's not a bad coach. He's
Hmm.
not a bad coach. He's not. You know what I mean? So
He's assertive. He's got that.
who he
I know,
remind you
I
of?
know, I know you're LeBron, but I'm the coach and I'm in charge.
Who he
And I
remind
don't
you of?
think LeBron's had that since Phil Jackson. Oh
Bron played
wait,
for Phil
no,
Jackson.
he
He ain't played
actually
for Phil
didn't. No, I'm
Jackson.
thinking Lakers. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
Kobe.
Lakers.
Yeah, Kobe played for Phil Jackson. Oh
So,
no, he hasn't had that.
Did he play for Pat Riley? No,
No,
he
no,
played
he played
for
for Spoelstra. Spoelstra.
Spoelstra.
I think the closer I could say he had that type of dynamic where the coach wasn't too intimidated by him and they kind of had that communication. Lou, Ty Lue. Yep, when he is in.
Yeah,
Yep, Ty Lue.
yeah.
Because Ty Lue was
I think JJ is more stoic though. Ty Lue, yes, he has the respect from LeBron more than just a coach that's
right.
coached him. But I think JJ walks around like this
Who he remind you of?
with the serious face and the folded arms.
Who reminds you of as coach?
Serious with the folded arms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Who are you thinking?
Pat Riley, a
Did
modern version of Pat Riley in his time. Think about it. Pat
yeah,
Riley came.
did Pat Riley have
He
his
did.
arms full? He did. All right.
He
All
did.
right.
He did.
Lakers Pat Riley.
Yep, Lakers Pat Riley. Yup. With Magic, with Magic and transition, it
Hmm.
wasn't really Magic. It was Kareem. It was
Hmm.
Kareem. Kareem was Kareem, man.
Yeah.
So Pat Riley had to come in and really be assertive and be like, okay, we're going to do it this way. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Because they had a way of doing it with Paul Unsfeld and it just wasn't working very well. So when Pat Riley came in, it was he was assertive. He gonna do it his way, and that's when the Showtime Lakers took off.
Excuse me.
So I think I think JJ has that same type of demeanor. You know, and you need that type, especially in that market, in LA market. You need that type of presence. You know what I mean? Because they so
He
used to winning
just
chips.
he looks like he's in charge. He looks like he's the guy. Like the buck stops with it starts and stops with
For
him.
sure, for
And
sure.
he kind of he looks the part. I wasn't sure because he was friendly with LeBron and he actually came
Yeah,
into the league after LeBron, a couple years after,
yeah,
so he's a little younger than LeBron. Um, and I know they did podcasts together, but it just looks like like, hey, you're in,
yeah.
you're out.
And I think they trust
That
him
kind of
too.
deal.
Yeah.
And I got to give LeBron credit, man. He came back like that second game. He's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to get my sea legs. I had no training camp." His stat line was 17,
Oh,
7, and 6.
that's crazy.
And people were like, "Oh, give him a month and it'll look more like a LeBron stat line." 17, 7, and 6. That was Scottie Pippen in his prime.
In his prime.
In his prime. Scottie Pippen didn't average 20 points.
That's crazy.
That's Scottie Pippen in his prime. And
That's
that's LeBron now.
on the as they say, on the decline.
Yeah, in his 40s,
But then again,
in his 23rd season.
we're gauging this. We're gauged to a league that doesn't play defense. We're
Oh,
gauging it to a league that doesn't play defense, bro.
okay.
Come on. I just named our last show 5 people that's averaging 32 and better. Or I'm sorry, 34, 32, 31. Come on, Gil. Only person that was averaging that back in them days was who? Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Karl Malone,
Mm-hmm.
and
Dominique,
Shaq, and maybe Shaq when he came on, right?
Dominique,
That,
Dominique.
yeah, Dominic
He
and
was
80,
28 a game.
28, 30. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Right?
Dominique in Atlanta.
Yup.
Um, a pre Tim Duncan. So I would say David Robinson. He was
He
averaging.
averaging
He
30.
led the league in scoring one year.
Okay, cool. Then we transition to this don't play defense league, right? Now, when AI played ball, Allen Iverson, right?
Yeah, he didn't
I
play
think
defense, by the way.
I think it was certain people that did play in that league because, and I wanted to bring this up before I get to disappointing and my disappointing so far and surprise team, right? Because it was a conversation that was brought up. Kenya Martin,
Yeah.
him and
Oh, I
Draymond.
saw
Yeah,
that with
yeah.
his top list of power forwards. Did you
Yes,
see
and
that?
Draymond had an issue with it.
Yep.
Draymond was like, Kenyon had a disappointing career, right? Because he didn't get
Right.
a chip. So then,
It's
um,
more than that, but yeah, I heard I've been paying attention to this. I'm glad you brought it up because
I want to see your opinion on that
I
whole thing.
agree kind of with both guys. But what
Okay,
I love is Draymond Green is used to being the bully on the
yeah,
court, off the court, and Kenyon is bullying the bully, and I love it. I love it. Love it. But go ahead. Go
like
ahead.
he was saying, he said we're gonna keep it basketball.
Hmm.
I don't know who you think you're gonna be intimidating outside of basketball. I ain't dumb, and you know I
Hmm.
get busy. That's what he's
Hmm.
saying. But he said keep
Hmm.
basketball. He said I don't know nothing about being a second round draft pick. I wanted to come into the league as a number one pick. I did that. Okay. I went to a team that was trash the year I got before I got there. Second year, we went to the finals.
Hmm.
Went again, right? Uh, I played defense. I was on the top guys, and I played in an era where the power forwards were quite arguably the best power forwards ever. I played in that era, and I had matchups in that era, and
Hmm.
I can agree with him on that joint. We can name them. It was
Hmm.
the top power forwards probably came from that era, bro. No lie.
Hmm.
Okay. Then he was saying that through a reconstructed ankle, knee, the numerous injuries he had. He transitioned into another team, got traded for 3 first round draft picks. 3. So he still had value, right? Went to another team and was required to be a shutdown defender and score. Not no light, not no light 10, 10, and none of that. He said, I scored, physical, all that. Yes, you was on a team where you had one of the best 2 players for as tandems in Klay Thompson and Steph, right? Then you got another one when you got Kevin Durant, for better or worse, right? So
Hmm.
you was on a super stacked team. You didn't go up against a team like LA at that time with one of the best centers in the game and Kobe Bryant, one of the best guards to do it, right? So that was Kenya's argument. You know what I'm saying? So what was your take on that?
A lot. Like I said, I thought both guys made good points. I really did because I thought Draymond Green and saying and pointing out Kenyon Martin's resume. I think you can say Kenyon Martin was kind of a disappointment. He didn't live up to being the number one overall pick. He was never the best player on any team that he was
Yeah.
on. Never. Because when he first came into the league, he got injured and
Yep.
missed a year. When he got healthy, Stephon Marbury was the best player on the team.
It was.
Then Marbury got traded for Kidd. Kidd was the best player.
Yep.
And I'm not sure Kenyon was the second best player
Because
because Richard
Vince Carter.
Jefferson
But if
once Richard Jefferson went from sixth man to starter,
uh,
he might have been the second best player.
yeah,
Kenyon
Vince
Martin
Carter,
was very unreliable scoring wise.
then you have Vince Carter on that team too.
Then eventually, no more Kerry Kittles. They lost a couple guys, and they did. They had Vince Carter. Then Vince Carter was definitely better than Kenyon Martin. Jason Kidd still definitely better than Kenyon Martin. So he was no better than the second best player on the team. Most of the time, he was like the third best player.
Okay,
Now you could now you could say the same thing about Draymond.
that's a
He
fact.
was in his prime, he was the third best player on the team. And
Yeah,
then maybe he became the second best player. Maybe. So
yeah,
so both of them are like that, but the difference is one team won four
yeah,
championships. The other team went to the finals in back-to-back years.
yeah.
Now, two things you got to ask yourself. Just the eye test. Who was the better player? Who was the better team player,
Better team
one-on-one
player.
player, however you want to categorize it? Who was the better? If they played each other one-on-one or playing on a team, who do you think contributed more? Who was the better player taking the eye test? Kenyon Martin or Draymond Green? Because the one thing I think Draymond Green has is he could shoot the three. He could
Yeah,
spot up. He won't create his own three-point shot, but when he's open and they pass it to him in rotation, he could knock it down in his prime.
yeah,
Kenyon Martin couldn't. Kenyon Martin really had a weird flat shot.
yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that I think Kenyon actually might have been the better scorer,
Yeah.
but Draymond was the better shooter.
I would probably give it to Draymond because what Draymond does on his team is more um impactful
Mm-hmm.
than what Kenyon did on his team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
Draymond rebounds, Draymond runs the offense.
Mm-hmm.
He really do.
Mm-hmm.
He defends. He's an energy guy. Um,
Kenyon never really had to play center. He's
no,
actually a little bit taller than Draymond. I think Draymond's 6'7" and Kenyon's 6'9". And I'm just gonna assume physically they're about the same weight and strength. Um, but Kenyon never, maybe for short stretches when they wanted to go small, but generally speaking, he played power forward. He
right.
probably played small forward at times as much as he did center. Draymond played power forward and center. He played center a lot, and he was, 6'7".
Well, I think the center, one, the league was different. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me?
It
They was
was.
way more dominant centers when
Mm-hmm.
Kenyon Martin was playing that really played center.
I
Not
agree.
no big five. I'm a popping a big five that's jumping threes, shooting threes like Embiid and
Mm-hmm.
them. You know what I mean? No, I'm talking about like I'm going to the paint and I'm gonna punish you,
Mm-hmm.
and and it would have been hard for Kenyon to defend a center
Mm-hmm.
back then. Now Draymond doesn't have that same thing because it's only you can name them. There's
Mm-hmm.
only what 3 or 4 dominant centers, and I'm gonna say one that's a dominant center, and that's
Mm-hmm.
Joker to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's dominant because
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't take no breaks. Okay, if you a little dude, he gonna punish you in that paint.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a big dude, I can pop out, hit the tray, assist, whatever I gotta do. You know what I mean? And B would be in that category with me if he would just dominate, but he doesn't want to dominate.
Mm-hmm.
He takes off. He bails people out. He flops. He's always on the daggone ground. He on the ground more than AI was. AI was 6 foot at best 6 foot. He deserved to be on the ground. You're
Mm-hmm.
7 foot and 280. Why are you on the ground so much, buddy? Anyway, so it's just the errors why
Mm-hmm.
that assignment was like that. And Kenya had to play power forward because once again he had a tough assignment every night at the power forward.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting that in this league like that where you can say the power forward is dominant like that. It's a guard driven league right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Know this. It's a guard driven league, And if you are a center or a big man, it's stretched. There's way more space on the floor. They don't congest the paint. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that. There's none of
Oh,
that.
all right, so I'll end it with this. because obviously the big trump card that Draymond Green has over Kenyon Martin is the 4 championships, and he went to 5 finals, but was it 5 or
It's
was
fine.
it 6? No, it was 6, right? Because they lost to Toronto, right?
They lost Toronto and beat
They
Boston.
lost to Toronto and they lost to Cleveland.
They did lose at Cleveland.
So he's been to 6, won 4. Kenyon's only been to 2, didn't win any. So now we're talking about different errors right now. So here's the question. Does any of the 4 teams that won the championship for Golden State, do they beat the teams that beat the Nets? Do they beat the Lakers? And do they beat the San Antonio Spurs?
Oh man, come on, man. We can't have that conversation, bro.
Why
We
not? It's fun.
can't. We
Why
can't.
not? Now I know it's 2 different eras. So
Can't.
so you
We
look
can't, bro.
for
What?
okay, so
Because if you trying to tell me that because you gotta think about it. You gotta take now. It's hard. I can't even do it, America. It's very hard. It's my
all right,
argument.
well I'll help you talk it through.
We'll definitely
So
talk
so
about
so
this.
Kobe is going to have to play primarily against Clay
Yeah,
Thompson. No, Clay Thompson.
Kobe's going to take the assignment and want to play. He's going to want to.
He might take Steph in the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
but
he's going to want to lock Steph up. But okay, he got Clay. I give you Clay.
He's got Clay. He edges out Clay, but it's not a big gap.
Derek Fisher wasn't bad. Derek Fisher wasn't a bad defender.
He was a very good defender, but I think Steph would have got him in foul trouble. I think he would have cooked Fisher. Just like I think Draymond and who's ever playing center against Shaq would have smashed him. He would have smashed him.
It's hard because I got Shaq that dominate the paint.
Mm-hmm.
You're not stopping Shaq. He's going to get his, right?
And I don't think anybody slows down Steph.
Okay.
I don't think anybody slows down Steph. And then 2 of those titles are with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's gonna smoke both those temes.
Now
smoke them both. You think Rick Fox is gonna slow down
with the Kevin Durant? I don't know because Cleveland. Hold up. Cleveland beat Kevin Durant team. So I'm not. Hold up. No, I'm not going there.
Wait, whoa. No, they didn't.
Kevin Durant was on that team. Yes, he was. When they lost the chip, Kevin Durant lost the chip in Golden State.
No, he lost to Toronto when he blew his Achilles. He did not lose to Cleveland. He beat Cleveland back-to-back years.
Okay, so
he was cooking LeBron. Shooting over LeBron.
So Toronto, he lost Toronto, but he blew his Achilles, right?
He blew his Achilles in the series, yeah.
Okay, so I can't even put that on him. All right, with the Kevin Durant team, no, I think they beat LA because it's too many scores. Without Kevin Durant, I think LA wins because of Shaq and Kobe, and I'm gonna give them that. They were that dominant.
What about San Antonio?
And you gotta be San Antonio was that team. We're talking about Duncan Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not beating them, man. You're not beating them. You're not
Parker.
You're not beating them. They're not beating them. I'll stand on that. They're not beating
Steven Jackson coming off the bench.
Steven Jackson. They had an awesome team, bro. And they played defense. No, sir. And they had scores. And you wasn't stopping Duncan, Mr. Fundamental. He was going to get his. And who won? And then you got the Twin Towers you got to worry about. And they got scores. And they had a defender. Wasn't Bruce Bowen on that team?
Yeah.
Yeah, us lockdown defender. That's all he did was defend.
Yes, he was.
So, no, they're not beating San Antonio. And Steph going to get his, but Pop, and that's a Pop-led team, right? Great coach.
You know who else was on that team coming off the bench? Steve Kerr.
Oh my God, the coach. It's impossible, right? Because you can't play yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But knockdown 3 guy, right? They just had an awesome team. No, you're not beating San Antonio. No. So I think that to Kenyon's credit, he had a way tougher road. You know what I mean? Because you asked me, could the Nets have beat Cleveland? Yes, I believe your Nets could have beat Cleveland with Jason Kidd at the helm. I do. I think they're athletically would have had the matchups. You know what I'm saying?
I think that first team that went to the finals could have beat Cleveland because they still had Keith Van Horn. They had
Like,
Richard Jefferson coming off the bench. They had Kerry Kittles, Kidd when he was at his absolute best.
yeah,
Kenyon Martin.
yeah,
They had who was the Canadian center they had? Todd McCullough.
yeah. Tom McCullough. Oh yeah, they had Tom McCullough. You're right. They did. Used to be ex Sixer.
He used to
Yep.
be. It's funny when he was a Sixer, he was Todd McCullough. When he went to the Nets, he was Todd McCulloch. It's like he
McCullough.
changed. It's like he changed his name, McCulloch. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Before we move on to the next segment, right? I just want to bring up a couple teams, man. The first team I want to bring up was Detroit, man. They
How
balling.
about Detroit with
They
that
balling, bro.
streak?
They balling, bro. 13 in a row. They're balling. Like, oh man, it's great. And it's great because it's been a while since we've seen Detroit like this. Um,
Look at them 2 years ago. How awful they were
they
two
were the
years ago.
worst team.
Yeah.
They were the worst
They were
team.
challenging for the worst record
Yes, ever.
ever.
Now look what happened. Pancake and flip, right? And
Mhm.
another team that surprised me,
Pancake had. Oh my God. I'm going to use that.
the
Sorry.
pancake flip. So check it, man. Now Toronto got a team, bro. Toronto actually got a team this year, man. And when Brandon Ingram got traded to Toronto, I said, "Oh man, what they doing, man?" You know,
Mhm.
shout out to Brandon Ingram. He went to a better situation. They want to gamble with Zion Williamson, which is the dumbest thing that New Orleans could have ever done, was gamble on a guy who has not been there since day one. You're bugging. Okay, that's why you are a bottom feeder and you have no hope. And another disappointing team, I'm sure you'll agree with me, Gil, the Clippers. But
Mhm.
I, bro, I don't know what to say about him. I really don't. Bradley Bill's done for the year. Well, he was done before he got there. Kawhi Leonard's on borrowed minutes every other 3 games. Feel me? James Harden is doing his thing. He's doing his thing. Can't say nothing about James Harden. He is doing his thing by himself. Okay. It is a sad case because I love the owner, man. I think he's passionate, man, but he
Look
has
at
been
that arena. Oh my
beautiful.
gosh, that arena is like
Hey, Gil.
it's like a circus without a circus.
Gil, remember we should always say, man, LA, imagine LA Clippers get their home stadium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they got a state of art stadium with a
Yeah,
bum team.
it is awesome.
With a bum
I
team.
remember when WWE went there for a
Crazy.
show and they had the drone flying around. Oh my
Crazy.
gosh.
Hey,
That's
Gil.
also where Hulk Hogan got booed, by the way.
Man.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
Hulkster.
peace, Hulk Hogan, man. Hey, Gil.
Yeah.
We have to do that. I want to do us America, put this out there when what's good when Gil and Larry goes national syndicate level, big pesos, right?
Mhm.
My goal is to do every stadium in the Americas.
Well, it's not a stadium, it's an arena.
That
Then
part too.
you want to do every like NFL stadium and
Yes,
every
yes,
NBA arena.
yes, yes. I know it's called cost some bread. I know it's gonna
Well,
cost some
yeah, I mean,
bread.
if you're gonna dream, what about some college stadiums? I would
Now I'm
love to
good
go
on
to the
that.
Big House and see Michigan. I would love to go to the Horseshoe and see Ohio State, and I
Okay.
would love to go to South Bend and see
All right,
Notre
cool.
Dame.
All right, well, that could work. That's doable. That's doable. I could do that, right? I know you think I'm crazy for saying what I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there. Hey man, we ain't got one life to live, brother. You feel me? And we ain't got one life to live, and I'm trying to tell you that it's doable. Because I wanted to take pictures and memories for our audience to say that, hey man, let's go on this journey with us. You know, we're been to Philly, so that's up the road. You dig?
Yeah, I've
I
never
don't
been.
know. I
I've
don't know. I don't know
driven.
about every stadium because I don't want to see the Wizards play. I don't like Washington Wizards. That's a wasted
I've
trip.
I've driven by um Lincoln Financial Field a bunch of times.
Yeah, we did.
Never yeah, I was with you one the
Yeah,
last
we
time I
it
went
was.
by and
Yeah,
but never actually watched a game, but I did watch a game at the Vet.
I did too.
I watched the Bears
I did.
play the
Now
Eagles at the Vet.
I didn't see a football game, but remember they shared the stadium with Phillies
Yes.
at the time. I did see a Phillies game in the vet. Rough field, by the way. Whew, that was a terrible field.
Yeah.
Man, they played on concrete. They were some
Yeah.
warriors back
That
then,
that's
man.
when it was different.
It was way different, brother.
That's when it
Woo.
was different. Yep.
So, Gil,
Yes, sir.
is it is it fantasy?
Well, before fantasy, if I may,
Okay.
I got a question. I have a college football question
Okay.
for you. So Lane Kiffin is the big
Yeah.
name in college football right now, head coach.
Yeah.
He is coaching Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And right now they're having a great year
They are.
and they're on pace to make the college football playoffs. Do you think what do you think he's going to do and what do you think he should do? Should he stay at Ole Miss? Should he take the Florida Gator job or should he take the LSU job?
Wow. I knew you were gonna
Those are the three. I'm not counting Penn State.
man, that's
I'm not
crazy.
I'm not counting Penn State. I'm counting just those three. What do you think he's going to do? What do you think he should do?
You know, built a great program in Ole Miss.
Very good.
He really has. Um, but that the two jobs you say are very coveted jobs, especially the LSU job. It's coveted. It's coveted. It's a greater attraction, a greater draw. Both
Both
of
both
both of them,
both
Florida, LSU.
Gator
Man.
and
Um,
Tiger.
man, I think he likes challenges. I think it's any coach. You know what I mean? It's any coach. He said he's cool, but they all say that in season.
Mhm.
Man, I can see him taking an LSU job, man.
What do you think he should do? What do you think he will do?
I think he should take the LSU job.
Mhm.
That or Florida, but I'll say I can't say or. So I think he should take the LSU job because I think the recruitment out there is different. They're going to get top level recruits. Um, to build that up to the standard that it's used to being is
Mhm.
another thing. We talking about legacy though, man. Which one we have a better legacy though? I think he would probably have a better legacy if he went to Florida. Because if he could turn around Florida, that'd be crazy. Me personally, I would stay at Ole Miss. You know what I mean? I would. It took me time to build that up. Um, and in the route he's going, especially recruiting everything, what he's doing, he has a good chance of really solidifying that as a great program. No different than
Mhm.
Alabama, you know, what Saban was doing in Alabama. I think he could do the same thing in Ole Miss. What you think?
I'm pretty much in agreement with you. I think he should stay at Ole Miss. There's far less pressure, and plus you're playing all the good teams in the SEC anyway.
Hmm.
So I would stay, but I think he's going. I think by him refusing to say I'm staying means he's going, and I
Yeah.
think it is going to be LSU.
Yep.
That's my guess. And I think he's only had one job where he unpacked his suitcase, and that was USC.
Y'all
I
see.
think
Yep.
every job he had before that and since then, the suitcases stayed packed.
That's a
And I
fact.
and I think if he goes to either Florida or LSU, the suitcase gets unpacked again. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be LSU, but he's following. There's going to be a lot more pressure with both of those schools than there is Ole Miss, and he's following some great head coaches that won at both programs.
Indeed.
Uh, uh,
Saban.
uh, Saban won,
Yep.
and so did Les Miles.
Les Miles. And then down in Florida, you had a Meyer, Urban
You
Meyer.
had and you had before him
And
Steve Spurrier.
Steve Spurrier.
You
Yup.
had Spurrier and Meyer. So you know you're following big footsteps. But if you want the challenge, and I think he does, and I think he'll be good. I think he'll be good at either place. I think it's going to be LSU.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be LSU. Florida's going to look for somebody else. Penn State's going to look for somebody
Yeah.
else. But
You can't
there's some big schools that are looking for head coaches.
State.
And if he leaves, Ole Miss is going to look for a
Miss.
head
Yup.
coach.
And
So
Franklin got a job at Virginia Tech.
yeah, what a downgrade. I can't, but that's am I wrong?
Nah, nah,
Am I wrong? I mean, I guess he wasn't going to get one of those big name schools like we were just talking
he
about.
wasn't gonna get no
Well,
Florida. Heck no. You
he
got
wasn't
five.
going to get no Ole Miss,
He wasn't getting that. No, he wasn't
but
getting that. I mean, he get a chance to see what he could do.
I guess build up that
Build it
resume.
up.
But he starts doing good there. He's going to leave. It's going to
Oh, he's
leave
definitely gonna
again.
leave. He's
It's going to
definitely gonna
leave.
leave.
That's what they do. We know what the big schools are. We know what
Yeah,
the power schools are. We
yeah.
know what they're looking for. So, and
It ain't
it
that.
ain't, it ain't that.
It ain't
No, no, no,
that.
no. All right,
Buddy.
brother. Let's get into the NFL. Before we do our regular stuff,
Okay.
there are some big games with big implications this week, starting on Thursday. So I'm going to ask you,
Okay.
who is the game bigger for?
Okay.
Okay? And America, I did not. This is the first time he's hearing me ask him this. I like to do that because I don't want him to repeat what I think.
There
If
you
I
go.
asked him this question, I would have my answer, and he could be like, "Oh, I 100% agree with you." We do enough of that.
You're right about
Sometimes I
that.
want to put him on the spot so he can, and we still might agree anyway. Remember our predator list that we had? Almost exact. Almost we were 90% the same.
And, and,
Anyway,
and, and we don't talk about this stuff, America. We really don't. So we don't want y'all to think that we
right,
do. We really don't. I give
right.
my opinion, give his opinion. And if you don't agree with me or you agree with him, let me know. Cause you know what? Y'all have been commenting. So I'm not gonna say you haven't been commenting because
Appreciate that.
we had somebody give us a comment about our tier list, and he made a
Mhm.
great point. Because I believe I had LA. I had LA above. I had the Colts above LA, and he said, "How can the Colts be above LA when LA beat the Colts?"
Right.
Man, I have a good answer. It was my opinion. I don't know, bro, but that was a good answer. That was a good question. But anyway,
Sometimes, head to head only tells so much.
yeah,
You can beat a team, but as the season goes on, you're like, man, how'd they ever beat that team? That team's better. That's a
yeah,
good team. Last year the Bears only won 5 games. One of those 5 games was against the Rams.
it was. It sure
Okay,
was.
so things like that
And
do
it's fluid,
happen.
America. It's fluid.
Yeah, it's fluid. That's right.
Fluid.
It's fluid. And
Fluid.
feel free to disagree.
Please.
Just give your reason why, or question it. Go for it. I like that. So
Okay.
okay, so let's start like this. Who, which which team is this game bigger for?
Okay.
Let's start with the Packers and the Lions.
Wow. Oh,
Let's
that's a
start let's
hard one,
start there.
man.
One team is 7-3-1, that's the Packers. The
Packers.
other team is 7-4, and they already played each other, and the Packers won the first game.
Lions. The Lions.
Bigger
By
for the
far.
Lions.
The Lions by far.
I agree.
By far.
I agree. We don't have to explain it anymore. The Lions gotta, because then they'll be
They'll
like
be tied.
not
But
just
not
half
tied.
a game, they'll be like a game and a half
Yo.
behind the Packers now.
Especially the way this NFC is, you
Mhm.
can't. You might not make the playoffs, honestly.
Right,
So it's
right.
definitely a big game for the Lions.
All right. Let's stick with Thursday. Who's this game bigger for? The 6-5 Chiefs or the 5-1 Cowboys?
Chiefs. Chiefs.
Bigger for the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Heck yeah. Chiefs are on the cusp, man. Because if Jacksonville keep winning out, they might not make
Mhm.
the playoffs, bro. And in their own division, they got to worry about the Chargers. They got
Mhm.
hope that the Chargers fall. Looks like Denver is running away with the joint.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, that was the only team they got worried about, right? Is the Chargers. So they got to hope that the Chargers lose, right? And now Texas is getting steam. So, man, you dig? And then what say Pittsburgh pops up? Man, no, Chiefs. The
What
Cowboys, no.
the Cowboys defense has gotten
It's got
better.
better. It got better. I agree. I definitely got
They're a
better.
more
We gonna
complete
be
team.
spoilers for some teams. We gonna be spoiler for some teams. Feel me? I think that right now, I don't think that the teams we need to lose are going to lose. That's what I'm saying. For us, is we're looking for next year and just playing spoiler for the rest of certain teams this year.
Okay. I agree with you. I think it's for the Chiefs too. Not gonna do that one. Okay. Black Friday. The
Oh,
8-3 Chicago Bears at the 8-3 Philadelphia Eagles. Who's the game bigger for?
Bears and me.
Yes.
Bears.
Yes.
Because Bears,
Yes.
this is the division. Just
Yes.
solidify y'all. This is really going to shut everything up. This going to let me know y'all for real. Feel me? And I think y'all could do it. I do. It's hard. It's gonna be a hard game. Eagles coming off a loss. You gotta go to the link, which is a hard place to play. They don't lose very
Mm-hmm.
much at the link. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
And they come off a loss. So
Mm-hmm.
all the odds stacked against y'all. You know what I mean? But y'all playing some real good football, you know. But I think last time y'all went into a situation where like this, y'all kind of lost, and it was Baltimore when y'all went down to Baltimore and Huntley beat y'all.
Yeah.
Yup. And Huntley beat you.
Huntley has good games against the Bears. That's the
Yup.
second time he's played the Bears and he beat them both times.
Yup. And
So
this could be a game where I mean, it ain't no guarantee for the Eagles though, because so much chirping, all this crying, diva crying with the Browns. I mean, AJ Brown, all that. So, and you
mhm.
know, ain't no guarantee.
All right, I got two more for you.
Let's go.
The 6-5 Texans
Ooh,
at the 8-3 Colts. Division.
man, division, man.
Who's it bigger for?
Oh man, let me. That's a hard one right there. But I'm gonna say the Colts. I'm gonna say the Colts.
Really?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna
Oh,
say
I'm
why
surprised.
because I'm gonna say why because if the Colts lose this game, momentum starts to shift. Because if the Texans win, right,
Mm-hmm.
and the Colts lose now, and then Jacksonville on your top two, it's
Mm-hmm.
a bigger game because that gap becomes smaller for the Colts. You can't afford to lose.
Jacksonville is 7-4, so they're
Yes,
only one game behind
yes.
record-wise, but they're playing the Titans, and I'm
I
going to
don't ain't no guarantee.
assume that
Ain't no
Jacksonville's
guarantee.
going to win.
Ain't no guarantee.
No guarantee, but
Seattle was up about 20
when
and
you're
they
playing the worst team in the league,
no guarantee, Gil.
divisional game,
Gil, we talking about Jacksonville here.
I
Ain't
understand, but
no guarantee, but they're supposed to win. You're right.
they're
They'll be
supposed
eight
to
and
win.
four. They'll be
Mm-hmm.
8-4. Coach loses game. You're 8-4. Now you're
Mm-hmm.
tied.
Mm-hmm.
We thought you was gonna run away with the division.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now I get what you're going with the Texans being the bigger game because this is potentially playoff saving for you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you lose this game, your chance to make the playoffs is slim to none. And
Yes.
two, for the division, it's going to be over because you got to win the division to get in. So, and on that aspect, I guess it would be bigger for the Texans, playoff wise. But I think for momentum wise, the Colts got to win this game. They got to.
You can make a case for both, but to me, it's the Texans. They'd be 6-6 and running out of time, running out of real estate. So it'd be Texans for me. And I got one more. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. The 7-4 Buffalo Bills
Woo.
or the 6-5 Pittsburgh Steelers. Who's
Pittsburgh.
the it's bigger for Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh is for the division. You can't keep losing because Baltimore on your heels, boy. Feel me? And if you don't win if you don't win division, you only make the playoffs.
You don't think they could stay ahead of the Texans?
No,
You don't think they could stay ahead of,
no,
well, let's just say Texans for now.
no, no. Because I think it's going to be a toss between Texans and Jaguars. It ain't going to be possibly the Colts, fan division go. So it's going to be very hard. You know what I mean? And then you want to play Baltimore
Chargers too are in the mix for
and the
playoff
Chargers.
spot.
Yup, yup. And then you want to play Baltimore again.
Buffalo. Yeah, so I think you're right. I think it would have to be the Steelers because
Yeah,
if they don't win the division, they're probably not making the playoffs.
that's a fact.
Probably. And right now, Steelers and Baltimore are tied
I know.
record-wise.
And technically, Baltimore is leading the division right now. They're leading the division now. We talked about it, Gil. We've
Yeah,
been talking about it.
at 1-5, they weren't dead.
We said it. We said it was going to get in their favor. They're going to start getting
The
healthier.
only the
The only
only
thing
thing, the
to me,
only thing to
I think Lamar.
me,
I think Lamar ain't
Lamar is
Lamar
not.
playing Lamar. He's not. He's not. He has not been playing like Lamar,
Mhm,
and that right there could be an issue. You know what I mean? If he can't be Lamar,
mhm,
um, once again, I still got these boys going. Believe me or not, I still got Baltimore going because I think if they can get hot, because they're gonna have to go take this on the road. If Kansas City don't make it, it makes it a little bit more better for Baltimore. Kansas City get in,
mhm.
man. Kansas City might want to go Super Bowl again.
All
They
they
just
gotta
want
do is get in and
to
be
finish.
healthy.
They get in.
Get in, be healthy.
How they are. If we get in the playoffs, it's a whole different ball game. Zero
Yep,
zero for real. Yeah.
yep.
They better hope that Kansas City don't get in.
Kansas City still got a tough road. I mean, they could lose to the
They do.
Cowboys.
They
They
do.
can. They could lose to the Cowboys.
They definitely can.
They should have lost this past week.
Yeah, they should have lost. Colts had
Colts
that game.
had them.
They had that game. They
Colts
had
had them. All right. So that portion is done. Let's get into what we normally get into, and that's fantasy. Let's do stardom, sit 'em for fantasy
all right, Gil. Who
football.
you going with this week, Gil?
My stardom this week. People might be like, "Well, don't you play this guy every week?" Not how it's worked out this year. But I'm starting him this week, and that's Saquon Barkley against the Bears. The Bears have zero starting linebackers playing in this game, and they already kind of struggled with the run prior to all those guys being out. But losing linebackers affects the run more than the pass.
Yeah.
And I know the Eagles, their offense has been sputtering, but I think if they set up and they play well on the run, that'll open up the pass. And I think the Bears, I mean, you just saw last week how they were giving up big play after big play to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh hadn't been able to run the ball all year. So this is a get right game for Saquon Barkley. So I would be starting Saquon Barkley this week. Now my sit 'em, I'm sitting Daniel Jones.
Mm.
Did we not see the Texans play last Thursday?
Yes,
Did we
we
not
did.
see them get 8 sacks
Dang.
last Thursday?
Mm-mm.
Daniel Jones, listen, he's playing pretty good this year, but when he is off, he looks like the New York Giants Daniel Jones. I don't like this matchup at all. Good defense, good defensive line. If they can't run the ball and you got to depend on Daniel Jones throwing it, he really has the big days when they're able to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, but if they can't, or Jonathan Taylor doesn't get off in the first half, and it's got to be Daniel Jones, I think those pass rushers are coming,
Yeah.
coming. So my stardom, Saquon Barkley. My situm, Daniel Jones. Brother, who do you have as your stardom situms?
Oh man, my start in Sidham. I'm starting Jameer Gibbs, man, on Thanksgiving, man. He has to have a big game. He will have a big game against the Packers, because somebody always performs on Thanksgiving. So why not let it be one of the star players, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my sit him because I just think he's going against a hell of a defense, man. And he's back. And last week he just had a terrible game. Is Brock
Mm-hmm.
Purdy, man. He's going against a hard defense. One thing about Cleveland at home, they hard. That defense is on fire. And that boy right now, Miles Garrett is wrecking havoc. He's gonna break that record, man.
I
He's
was going
gonna,
to ask you that. You think he breaks it?
he's gonna break that record, man, this year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, yeah, so I would sit Brock this week. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a lot of Christian McCaffrey, as it's always been. But he's going to be a lot of pressure, man, especially coming with when Miles Garrett on this hill. It's going to be a lot of pressure, bro.
So what's Miles Garrett at right now? Is it 18 sacks?
18. 18
And the
sacks.
record is
What,
22 and a half.
22? Yeah, 22 and a half. I think he get it. You talking about, man, he might get 24 before the year's up, bro.
The best prediction I had this
What you
past
got?
week was I said when Cleveland played the Raiders, I said Raiders got bad offensive line, worse offensive line. Watch Myles Garrett get 3 sacks. He got 3 sacks.
Got 3 sacks.
He got 3 sacks. I hope he breaks the record. I do. I first of all, I hate that Strahan had it. I hate that he's tied with it. I need someone to be legit above because that was a gift. Him
Oh, it
him
was.
getting that.
It was. Yep. And he gave it to him.
Brett Favre laid
Yeah,
down.
bro, lay down.
He laid down. He broke Gastineau's record, which really probably keeps Gastineau out of the Hall of Fame
Yep.
and probably costs him money because every time he goes to do like an autograph, like a signing somewhere, it's different when you can't say you're the all-time sack leader in the
Yeah,
history of the NFL. So
that part.
it would have been broken by JJ Watt, but Gastineau would have had it longer. And I don't blame Strahan, but I hate how it happened. I hate how Favre took it into his own hands. I don't like that. I thought that was awful. So that is our fantasy stardom sit-em for the NFL week number 13. Now it's time for tears, 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 tears.
Tears, 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 tears.
You ready, brother?
Man, you already know, man. As
All right.
Evan's going to be.
So I will go first. I got my elite tiers. Let's start with the Rams. Then I got the Patriots. And then I got the Broncos. Broncos coming off of a bye. I'm going to keep them there because, it's fluid. And the Eagles lost after having a 21-point lead. Got to be the Rams number one. Got to be. I mean, I think Matthew Stafford now has established himself as the heads-on favorite with 2/3 of the season gone, 1/3 left to go. He's
Yeah.
got 30 touchdowns to only 2
That's
interceptions. Man,
crazy.
the guy who's got him in fantasy has got to be loving it. Oh, wait a
That's
minute.
crazy.
Wait a minute. That guy would be me. I got him in fantasy.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I deserve it because I got screwed by Burrow not playing, but I think he's playing on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My upper tier is the Colts, the Seahawks,
Oh, it's not my fault.
the Colts, the Seahawks, and the Green Bay Packers. Packers got a big game this week. The Colts
Big
got
game.
big game too. So they might be teetering on going to the elite level if both of those teams win their game respectively. My disappointing tier, cry all the time. I got to say the Vikings. They are, I mean, I had them winning the division.
Oh,
They have a quarterback problem, and now JJ is in concussion protocol. They don't have Wentz. I don't know what they're going to do. The Bengals still, I got to see them start winning before I take them off of this. And the Cardinals, because the Cardinals play just well enough to lose. There's nothing else I can say. And I think their head coach, his seat is a little warm, in my
yeah,
opinion.
man.
And the worst tiers, it's the usual suspects. Got the Titans with the worst record, only 1 win on the season. Got the Raiders, who just fired Chip Kelly, who they never should have hired. And got the Giants again with a lead, again blowing a big fourth quarter lead. I knew they were going to lose. I knew it, especially when they had an easy field goal at the end of the game and decided to go for it on 4th down. You knew the Rams were coming right down the field. Got it, tied it, went to overtime. Dumb.
And they wanted the
Dumb play calling. And the Giants fired their defensive coordinator. So, these coordinators are scapegoats. They've already fired their head coach.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I think the Giants are going to have to clean house.
For sure.
And I don't even know if that GM is going to survive in the offseason. So that is my tears, 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 tears. Brother, it's your turn. I hope yours is different than mine. Let's
Oh
get
man,
to it.
let's get to it, man. You know, it's always fluid, Gil.
Always
So
fluid.
my elite tiers this week is no surprise is the Rams with that guy you named Matt Stafford, who is leading MVP race. But guess who's on his heels? The Patriots with that guy called Drake May, who might be in second place to me. And third is the Broncos. Even though they had a bye, to me they're elite. That defense is booming, and they just been knocking out whoever's in front of them. That is my elite tiers, man. And my upper tiers, fluid once again. Seattle. I got Chicago Bears up there, man. Y'all leading the division, man.
Yeah.
Y'all put y'all up there, man. Y'all, Caleb's been getting it done.
Yeah. Move,
And
jump,
Johnson been
jack,
getting
your
it
body,
done.
stomp.
Yeah, and I'm gonna throw I'm throw San Fran up in there, man. I
There
think
you
San
go.
Fran with Chris McCaffrey, all them injuries they've been having, all they do is been winning, man. They've been winning in a very competitive NFC West, man. And we're gonna talk about disappointing. Once again, America, this is just
Mm,
fluid. Okay, just
mm.
week by week, it changes. Okay, don't
Makes
don't
me
don't be hating on
sad.
me because I don't be hating on nobody. But I'm putting the Eagles there because when you up 21-0, right, and y'all having the whole world in your hand, and you fold like that to my team, the Cowboys. Once again, you this is very disappointing for the Eagles fans. I know it is, and the Steelers. I know you have Aaron Rodgers. It didn't even matter. It's it's disappointing. And Minnesota, y'all gambled on JJ McCarthy, and right now it's not looking like a smart gamble. He's been injured more than he's been on that field, man. And when he's on
Mhm.
there, I feel sorry for Justin Jefferson, man. I do. And do we really got to talk about the work?
It's the only time they're going to get talked about.
And I'm missing the team off here because they really deserve to be on here. But I'm gonna just say the Titans. I'm gonna say the Saints. And I'm gonna say the Raiders. And the team I'm talking about could have swapped out with the Saints or Raiders, or it don't matter. I was gonna put the Jets.
Mhm.
They're just bad. Okay.
Mhm.
America, they're the worst of the worst of the worst. Okay. And the Giants, like you said, Gil, it's just bad. Okay.
Giants have the worst record in the NFC.
That's sad.
So they're going to stay in my worst category.
Yeah.
But I hear you. The teams you put were bad.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Bad,
But they're
bad,
looking for next year
bad.
already. When this long year, they just wanted to be over.
The race to number 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
sir.
yes, sir.
So that was the tears, 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 tears
Cheers.
portion of the show. But now it's time.
You already know what it is, Gil.
You already know what it is.
You
It's
already
time
know what's the time.
for picks and predictions for week number 13 in the National Football League. Let's go!
Oh,
And we are going to start off with some bangers this week. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It starts on Thanksgiving, Thursday, the first game, 1 o'clock on Fox. We got the 7-3-1 Green Bay Packers at the 7-4 Detroit Lions. The Lions at home are a 2.5 point favorite. The total number 48.5. Brother, how are you seeing this
oh
game?
man, we just talked about, man. This is a big game. It's for all the marbles, man. Seeding. Um, man, Detroit just survived against a bum team like the Giants. Very disappointing at home. And Green Bay handled their business against Minnesota and knocked their quarterback out. So I'm leaning towards Detroit, man. I got Detroit in this game, man. At home, Thanksgiving. So give me Detroit and give me this game to go to the over.
All right, I like that. In the very first game, we disagree totally. I'm going to take the Packers. I don't understand why that line is 2.5 when Detroit's at home. It should be 3 or more. It's 2.5. The total number at 48.5. I think if Detroit gets going offensively, it's going to go over. For the Packers to win, that defense has really got to come up. I'm taking the under.
Okay.
So we completely disagree on that game. Let's go to the afternoon game, the late afternoon game, as the 6-5 Kansas City Chiefs will play at 4:30 CBS against the 5-1 Dallas Cowboys. Right now, I updated the line, and the Chiefs are a 3.5
Mm,
point favorite,
okay.
and the total number is still 52.5. I'll
Oh
go
man.
first. I'll go first on this one. I'm taking the Cowboys to win because I like how they're playing. And the Chiefs, maybe they don't win, but I don't think the Chiefs win by more than a field goal. And I'm taking the over because they're over 50. That means the Cowboys are rolling. So give me the Cowboys to at least not lose by 4, and they score 53 or more points.
Oh man, we just had a big game against the Eagles, man. The Eagles been suspect though. We played the Eagles tough the last time we played them.
Chiefs have been suspect
Um,
too. I mean, they
they have been
barely won.
suspect of them. They just barely won games where they was winning these same type of games where they were close games. Rashid Rice is a problem on the outside, man.
He's very good.
A lot of pressure. Worthy, they got some speed balls. We got some speed. I see a shootout. Mahomes, Jerry's World.
The
Man,
Chiefs are coming off of their only one
yeah, I
possession
know. So
win.
I got my
Only
boys, man. If that hooker was for me,
Woo!
me and my boys, and the 52.5. Man, we were playing some good defense. I'm gonna say under, believe it or not. I'm gonna take the under.
Okay. That's a big number.
That's a big
52.5. That's a big number. Okay, so we at least agree on the Cowboys. All right. The night game, the 3-8 Cincinnati Bengals, and it looks like their savior. It's not official, but it looks like he's coming back. Joe Burrow will be back since he's been on the shelf since week number 2. Will visit the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are a 7-point favorite. They just got over 500 and they are technically in first place in the division. Ravens, like I said, 7-point favorite. The total number again is 52.5. How do
that,
you see this one?
and this one, man. Whew, that's a lot of points. Division game. And the Bengals, if they get Joe Burrow back, he gotta get a rhythm, but it's just a different animal. I'm taking the Bengals, man. Give me the points. Give me the points. I think this has would be a high scoring game because that defense ain't stopping nobody. So give me to the over. So Bengals into the over.
We are in complete agreement. I'm also taking the Bengals only because of Joe Burrow. And yes, I know he doesn't play linebacker or safety, but there's something about getting your guy back,
For
the
sure.
guy.
The guy.
Chase, now, Chase is back, but it looks like
Yeah.
Higgins is out because he's
Oh,
in concussion protocol.
yeah. Man, I ain't thinking about that part. Shoot. But it don't
Mm.
matter because you got Joe Burrow. He'll find people that just he'll find people. And then you got to bring a pass rush, and so far Baltimore has not been able to do that for to establish a
Their
real
defense has gotten better, but
on
the
the back
pass
end.
rush is still meh.
They got better on the back end, not
Right,
the front. And
right.
it wasn't like they haven't really been bringing pressure, just that the back end has been able to tighten up on the coverage. But you talking about going to my Jamar Chase, which they do got some pieces back there, so I don't know. But like you said, Joe Burrow coming back, and then Baltimore ain't really been blowing jokers out. You know what I mean?
You said Bengals and the over. Are you sticking with it?
Yeah, I'm sticking with it.
All right, let's stick with it. Good. We're in agreement. Friday, Black Friday. Is that
Black
racist? I don't
Friday.
know.
I think it's
Um,
racist, man.
we got the battle of the 8-3s as the 8-3 Chicago Bears will visit the city of brotherly love and take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm,
The Eagles are a 7-point home favorite. The total number is 44.5.
44.5. Okay.
I will do this one first. And I'm picking the Eagles because all year long I thought the Eagles would win this matchup.
Mm.
And If I'm going to pick the Eagles, I'm going to say that they cover the number. And also, I don't mind picking the Eagles because I usually get the Eagles game wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm legit saying they're going to win. But if they don't, well, it's not going to hurt my feelings. 44 and a half. I'm going to take the over on that. I think the Bears are going to be able to score. But not having linebackers, Saquon Barkley opening up the offense. I hope, man, though I hope I'm wrong. But I think the Bears finally beat a team that everybody's like, oh, who have the Bears beaten though? Well, they beat the Eagles. I'm hoping I can say that, but I don't know. So I'm
Jalen
going to
Phillips,
say Eagles, and I got the over.
Jalen Phillips at home. They come with the rest. Vivanzio, Dawson, stuff. Caleb, Duze, Moore against that secondary.
Swift,
Now
Manungai.
they got some running backs. Ben Johnson. I'll take the points. Give me Chicago with the points, and I'm gonna take to
Oh,
the over. So I'll take the points.
I hope you're right. Man, do I hope you're right. I've never hoped anything more for you in my life as I but you're taking the points. You're not actually saying the Bears win.
Yeah, I mean they
All
could
right.
take the points.
Okay. Let's go to Sunday, 1 o'clock. The 8-4 San Francisco 49ers visit the 3-8 Cleveland Browns. I think Myles Garrett does get a sack in this game. I'm going to only say one sack, though, to keep the drama going the rest of the season. 49ers are 4.5 point favorite. The total number is 37 and a half. How do you see this one?
We saw some good things from Shador. He played the Raiders. It's a big up there. The Browns are very good at home. Their defense
Defensively,
solid. Just
defensively.
defense solid at home. But I'm actually gonna take the road team. I think that Purdy will have a better game. Even though I said don't start him, I think he'll have a beat. Can't have, but he had the worst game ever last week. He had 3 interceptions and they still ended up winning
Mhm,
the game. So give me
mhm.
San Fran, man, and that's a low number. So I'm gonna take the over in that game. So give me San Fran to the over.
Okay, I'm gonna think that Cleveland is gonna give a big reception to Shador Sanders.
Mhm.
I think you're finally gonna hear the dog pound in Cleveland.
That's gonna be crazy.
So and 4.5 on the road,
Yeah, bro.
with the spotty offense, and I know smoke and mirrors with the defense. Robert Saleh doing a great job, but you're still missing some key guys. Give me the Browns. Give me the Browns to flat out win this game.
Wow.
Give me the Browns to win it. And for them to win it, they're going to have to score a little bit. 37 and a half. It's kind of low. So give me the over. Give me the Browns to not only
Wow.
not lose by 5, but to win outright. I think they win by like a field goal. Yes,
Wow.
sir. Yes, sir. Because I think the crowd is really going to be into this. This is going to be like old school Cleveland in the other stadium that they used to have. Yes, sir. That's what I'm thinking.
Man, that's gonna be
Okay,
crazy,
that's
bro.
going to be nice. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. I Now we got it's at least a divisional game. We got the 7-4 Jacksonville Jaguars are a 6.5 point favorite on the road against the 1-10 Tennessee Titans. The number is 41 and a half.
Man.
I don't like 6.5, but like we said before, Jags can't mess around. They can't mess around here because the Texans are coming. So give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to win and to win by at least 7 against what I feel is the worst team in the National Football League. And 41 and a half, that's a low number. Give me the over.
Jacksonville, Cam Ward. Man, I thought the Arizona game was a disappointing game that they would lose, which they almost did. You know what I'm saying? Jacksonville, man. These are the type of games where Trevor Lawrence plays like a freak. You see what they did against Houston, man. It was up and it'll cough the whole game over. But you would need a quarterback that's halfway salvageable and a defense to do that. And that's what happened. It was a good defense. So I'm gonna take the Jaguars, man. I'll take the Jags, and also I'm gonna take it to the over. So I'm gonna trust Trevor Lawrence, which I hate doing, but I'm more trusting that defense in terms of pressure up. So yeah, give me the Jags.
All right. Um, big one here. Excuse me. Big one. Big one. The 6-5 Houston Texans at the 8-3 Indianapolis Colts. Colts play better at home than they do on the road.
We definitely
The
do.
Colts at home are a 4.5 point favorite, and the total number is 44.5. What are you thinking?
Oh man, big division game. That defense was playing lights out. You know what I'm saying? I think is what's called back out concussion protocol. Stroud,
Oh,
CJ Stroud.
that's a good question. I heard last week that they thought he would be back for
Okay,
this
so you
game.
CJ Stroud back.
But
Mills been playing
what's
good.
his Mills hasn't lost since he
Now he has
started.
it. He's been playing real good football.
So I don't
That
know if
defense
that makes a difference or not.
don't defense travels. So 4.5. Man, Colts at home. They're better at home though.
The key is, are they going to be able to run the ball?
That's
That's what it
John,
comes up to. If
Jonathan
they are, they're probably going to win. If they can't, they're probably going to lose.
Jonathan Taylor, man, that Texans defense played lights out last week against Buffalo. But I got people that put on my paper, so I'm gonna take the Texans, man. I'm gonna take the Texans, and I'm gonna take the Texans to the under. So just give me the Texans and give me Texas to the under.
I am in complete agreement. Texans got to have it, in my opinion, but I understand what you said. Colts don't want to start leaking oil here. Texans, they win, and I got the under. They got to make sure the Colts don't start
Yeah,
scoring.
they can't if they
They
like
got
you
to
said.
ride. They got to ride that defense. They got to ride that.
Jonathan Taylor get loose.
Yeah, no, then it's over.
It's over.
Yeah,
It's over.
then it's
Yeah,
over.
yeah, it's over.
And
So if you stop him and you ready to stop that run and you force Daniel Jones to try to beat you, because I ain't been hearing about Tyler Warren, man. They've been, what I'm saying, Tyler Warren, they ain't been really going to him as much. So if all them play, then Texas will lose this game.
okay, so we're in a complete agreement. Now, we got, I shouldn't have picked them, but they were playing the Falcons, and I don't want to pick them. We got the 2-9 Saints at the 4-7 Miami Dolphins. The
Oh, good.
Dolphins are a 6 point favorite at home.
At home.
Total number 42.5. The Dolphins have been playing a little better lately when
Yeah,
it looked like season over, and the Saints are bad. I mean,
they're
you
bad.
had them in the worst tier.
Like in Atlanta, we went with the Saints because we just thought Atlanta was just a deflate
Yep.
position.
Yep.
I gotta go with teams actually playing better football. I've been sleeping on them, man. So I'm gonna give the Omni coming off bye too. So I'll take the Omni. And I'll take the Omni, but I'm gonna take this to the over.
Again, we are in complete agreement. I am also taking Miami, and I've got the over. I think the Saints are just bad,
They're
bad,
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 bro. They're bad.
bad,
A,
bad.
a game I thought they could win was last week when Atlanta.
Yep.
You called it, and you called Kirk Cousins. You gave
And
him
coming off of a bye.
off a bye, bro, and you lost at home,
Mm-hmm.
and you was in the red zone like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times, so
Mm-hmm.
you can't even get it in. The one play, Tatum Hill over the head, and he got a intentional grounding on the same play. I'm good, bro. I'm good off the Saints. I'm good, man. And you got a rookie quarterback too. I'm good, bro. I won't shoot dice on no rookie quarterback, man. It ain't Shador. I'm sorry, ain't Shador.
Good. We're in agreement. All right. Here's one that's going to get a lot of views. The 4-7 Atlanta Falcons travel to the Meadowlands to take on the 2-9 JE. I can't even spell the rest. That other team that plays at the Meadowlands. Um, the Falcons. Here's how bad they are. The Falcons are a 2.5 point favorite
Oh my
on the
God.
road, and the total number is 39 and a half.
Who's starting?
It's probably gonna be Taylor,
Okay.
and I think
We already know. Yeah, we
Kirk
already know.
Cousins is playing the rest of the year.
Yeah, because what's called on IR. Um, Man, this is a hard. I'll let you go first. I don't know where to go at this
Um,
track
you
game.
know what? I'm gonna take the Jets on this one. I just feel like when I pick the Falcons, they will disappoint. I'd rather pick against them and them disappoint me that way. So I'm going
Yeah,
to take the Jets. I'm going to take the Jets to win. This might be their last win of the year. I feel like
yeah,
this will be their last win of the year. They are still playing good defense. They're at home. Falcons are a dome team. So give
yeah.
me give me the Jets 39 and a half for the Jets to win. They can't let Atlanta, score it up. So I'm going to take the under, Jets and the under.
Yeah, Atlanta defense been playing a lot better. Like you said though, they are a dome team. So I'm gonna go with the Jets, which I hate doing because they're just trash. I'll take the points with the home team because I think Kirk Cousins probably coughed the ball over a couple times. If you put him under pressure, and then if it comes down to him winning the game for us, I can say the thing about Tyrod Taylor too, though, because he's definitely gonna throw the ball over. So it's gonna be interceptions. There's definitely gonna be interceptions. So
At
I'm
least Tyrod Taylor is going to get it to a few wide receivers. Justin Fields, man.
Yeah, so give me the Jets too, man, and man, turnovers under because of turnovers. So it's gonna because as soon as drives happen, you turn the ball over. Up there goes the other team. So give me to the under.
Complete agreement. Okay, we got the 9-2 Los Angeles Rams. Whose house? Rams house. But they're playing on the road. So I think they are the best team in the league.
I do
They are
too.
a 10.5 point favorite over the 6-6 Carolina Panthers. Total number is 45 and a half. If the Panthers want any shot at squeaking in as a wild card, this is a must win, but it is hard, even though they're at home because they are playing a real team, a real one, a
Yeah,
real one. They are not fake news. You go first.
some of the Rams going on the road though.
10.5.
And a half. That's a lot of points, man. You know what I'm
And
saying?
with a hooker, with a
With
hooker.
I'm trying to think because the Saints just went in and beat Carolina at home. Um, they beat the Cowboys. They beat Miami. They beat Buffalo. No, Buffalo destroyed them. I'm sorry. I'm lying. Nah, give me the Rams. Buffalo destroyed them in Carolina. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams, bro. I think they covered the number. They could win by 14. It's a
I
lot of
think
points.
I think this is one of those games that people are just assuming, mediocre team against the best team. It doesn't matter that it's 10.5. Doesn't matter that it's on the road. It matters.
It matters.
It matters.
I was
So I'm
on.
going to take the Panthers with the points. I still think the Rams win, but I'm going to take the Panthers with the points. I don't think the Rams win by 11. And I'm going to take the over the 45 and a half. What'd you do? Over or under?
I'm gonna do over with you, man. Because if it were to be that way, yeah, you're right, and that's why I was on the fence about this one, man. Because I just see I was running through the teams they played, but then I'm thinking about when Buffalo came down there and beat the brakes off of them, man. But what's caught didn't even start that game though. Bryce Young didn't play that game, and Andy Dalton played that game, and they different with Bryce Young down there, man. I ain't gonna switch up on you, bro. I know you're waiting for me to do it. I'll stick with my pick. But
Okay.
I can see the Panthers covering the number. That's a lot to be given any team, especially on the road. I just got
Mhm.
burnt last week with Seattle on the road against Tennessee. They was up 20 and ended up winning by freaking 6 or 7 or something like that. It was 6.
By the
So
way, that Tadaro McMillan, that
yeah.
dude can play.
Oh, he
He
is.
can play.
He
He's
gave,
pretty good.
he gave Travis Hunter that business in college. Sure did.
He's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, moving on. We got the 3-8 Arizona Cardinals at the gotta get right because leaking oil. 6-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are a 3.5 point favorite over
Man,
the Cardinals.
I don't think Baker's starting this game, is he?
He's got that shoulder sprain, so the
Yeah.
backup is. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to think now. It's not. It's not Trask. Um, who did they? Oh, it's Bridgewater.
Oh, Teddy
Teddy
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater is the backup
Oh,
now.
Teddy Bridgewater against Arizona. Teddy Bridgewater to get it done. 3.5. Leaking oil. Brissett. Them boys. What's this? Arizona plays a little bit tougher though. Man, you gotta go down south, Florida, backups, Bridgewater. I'm gonna go. I'll take the points Brissett no. So give me Arizona with the points, and I'm gonna say under. No, not with them over, because Brissett can score. They
It's
definitely.
not. It's not Brissett.
Who gonna play?
It's Teddy Bridgewater.
Nah, Brissett plays for Cardinals.
My fault. My fault.
Yeah, Jacoby
I'm
Brissett
thinking
plays.
about Tampa Bay the whole time. Thinking
Yeah,
about Tampa Bay the whole time. So
yeah, Brissett.
your pick is who?
Arizona for the points.
Arizona for the points. And you took the over?
Yeah, because Brissett will piss points up.
I'm taking Tampa Bay because they have to win. They have to win. They're 6-5. They got to win. Even if they back, you see these teams that back into the playoffs
Mhm.
playing bad. They could win that division, but be playing bad and be one and done. So, and especially, you don't know what Mayfield. I think Tampa Bay has to win. And I'm going to say that they covered a 3.5. I don't feel good about it, but I don't want to pick Arizona.
Yeah, they
That's
disappointed, man.
they're just good enough to let you down.
Yeah, you're right about that.
They're
And this
just
big
good
game,
enough
and this
to
big
let you
game
down.
where but Jacoby Brissett might go down there Tampa Bay, man. Had 3 or 4 interceptions, man, and then
Mhm.
Bridgewater maintains, and it might be an under, and it might beat them 29. Defense plays, they could be 29. It'd be one of them type games.
Well, just as long as 6 of those 9 points go to McBride, because he's doing great for me in
Definitely
fantasy.
is, man.
Won again in fantasy, by the way. Um,
Over under on that one.
I got the over and I took the Bucks.
Okay.
You took the Cardinals and we both got the over.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
the 405 game, the 4-7 disappointing Minnesota Vikings. I have no idea who their quarterback is going to be
Nope.
against the 8-3 Sam Darnold Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are a 10.5 point favorite, and the total number is 41.5. Now, because I don't know who the quarterback is for the Vikings, on that alone is the only reason why I'm taking the Seahawks. The only reason, because I don't like that 10.5 at all. But I don't know who's quarterbacking the Vikings.
I don't either, man. And then you tell me,
So, and because no Wentz, and also Sam Darnold used to practice against the Vikings defense, the Vikings defensive coordinator. So I'm gonna take Seattle to win at home and cover the 10.5. And I got the under. I got the under on the total number, which is 41.5. I don't think there's going to be a ton of points here. Seattle does have a good
yeah,
defense. So
I'm
give me Seattle with the under.
I'm in agreement with you, man. It's rough if you don't know who the third string quarterback is going to be. I know McConnell is a good quarterback whisperer, but you
Mhm.
talking about going to Seattle? with that defense, man. And if you can't get no rhythm going, because you're gonna need a rhythm. You're gonna have to do some dump down stuff. You're not looking to take long shots because
Hmm.
if you take long shots, that's going to be favoring Seattle's defense for picks and interceptions. So you pretty much want to run the ball and play time control ball, which ain't going to work too well. And hope your defense could be, defense got to step up and bring pressure on Sam Darnold, make him have a 2 or 3 turnover game. That's one way I could see Minnesota keeping it close. It could be a backdoor cover on that end. But then again, you asking a rookie, a third string quarterback, which we don't know what kind of quarterback we're dealing with. So it's a lot of unknowns in this equation, man. So I'm just gonna go with I do know, which is Seattle at home being a strong team, and Minnesota's trying to get it together. So I'll stick with my pick, and I'm gonna say under because it will have to be a defensive game for the Minnesota even be remotely in this game.
Yeah. So we're in agreement with that. I was very, very close to picking the Vikings, but I'm like, I'm going to pick a team where I don't even know who their quarterback
I don't know
is.
who the quarterback is.
Can't do it. And the Seahawks are good. The Seahawks are good. All right, 425, the 2-9 Raiders.
Man,
Division game at the 7-4 LA Chargers.
sir.
Chargers are a 9.5 point favorite. The total number is 41.5. How do you see this one?
That's a division game, bro.
New offensive coordinator for the Raiders.
That don't matter. Oh, it don't matter at all, man. I'm gonna take the home team, man. I'm gonna take the Chargers, man. I'll take them points, man. I'm not messing with the Raiders, man. They're trash, even with being a division game. So I'm gonna take the Chargers into the over.
We are in complete agreement again. Chargers in the over. I also have it. All right, let's move on. We got the 7-4 Bills at the 6-5 Steelers. The
Big game.
Steel It's a big game for both,
Oh
but really, really the Steelers. The Bills on the road are a 3.5 point favorite. The
man,
Steelers, I mean, the total number is 47.5, and I think Aaron Rodgers is back for this game.
he is.
So, how do you see this?
Both of them coming off losses
Hmm.
on the road
Bills got their ass whooped.
by a hell of a defense. And so he's not going to see that defense again. So I think I'll take the Bills in a bounce back game. Give me the Bills bounce back game. Give me the Bills. Um, and I would say probably an over. I got Buffalo to the over
We're in agreement again. I think the Bills having the extra time and really having to look themselves in the mirror.
for
I think
sure.
they win. They covered a 3.5. Steelers, I never thought was that good this year. They just
No,
had a winning. They just had a winning record.
and you put all that money
One,
into and you put all that money into a defense.
one of the things I wanted to ask you, going back a couple of games, the Seahawks, Jackson Smith and Jigba, now
Mhm.
like the all has the all-time record yards wise in a season. Um, do you think he breaks Calvin Johnson's record having the all-time yards in a season? Consider that he's also got the extra game. They got the 17th
Yeah.
game. You think he breaks the record?
Yes, sir. What you think?
I think he does. I never thought he was going to be this good. To me, he was just a slot receiver. This year they put him to the outside, and he's the best wide receiver in the league this year. Now, circumstances, you know, Joe Burrow not playing, things like that. But overall, this year he's number one in fantasy points. Number one. Jackson Smith and Jigba would have not thought that.
Whew. Especially with Sam Darnold coming over and we ain't know what kind of production he's going to get.
Mhm.
Man, he's been killing it.
He's great every game. It's great every game. Got to remember that next year because wide receivers are different than running backs. When a running back has a historical year, usually there's a fall off or they get injured the very next year. Wide receivers go like this for a while. They don't have the fall off. So
Well,
yeah.
that's pretty much dominant. Depending on the quarterback too, though. Look at Justin Jefferson. He was the number one player. Tyreek Hill too is number one player, right? Because
Hmm.
that's always said it's very hard to be the number one player as a receiver when you're codependent on a quarterback to get you the ball.
A couple years ago, no one had any problem with Tua getting him the ball. Now it's like, oh, he's not good because of the quarterback. Same quarterback. It's not like he got old. Same quarterback. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. All right, two more games to go. We got the night game. The 9-2 Denver Broncos are a 6.5 point favorite on the road against the 3-8 Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels is still out. So the number is 43.5. I think the Commanders are bad now. I think
I
they're
do
I
too.
think I think they're a bad team. Denver coming off of a bye. I think this is easy money. Give me the Broncos to win and cover to 6.5. And 43.5. I don't think there's going to be a ton of scoring, especially from the Commanders against that defense. Give me the under on
Oh
that one.
man, we're in total agreement, my brother. I got
Again,
Denver and to the under. I can't take them right now, man. Like you saying, man, they're terrible. Like it don't matter if Quinn took over the play calling or not. It's a bad season. We predicted
mhm,
this season though. It's not no surprise. It was a lot of pressure, and then all the injuries they had. I said it was going to be rough. I said they wasn't going to make the playoffs this year. Word I did in the beginning.
mhm,
I seen the schedule. I said nope. And we got tape on Jaden Daniels. You know, so that part.
that part. All right, and then we ended on Monday as we flip the calendar. December 1st, we got the 2-10 New York Football Giants against the 10-2 New England Patriots. Ugh. Patriots are a 7.5 point favorite over the Giants. Total number 46.5.
Let's see.
I'm gonna let you pick this one first, but keep in mind the Patriots did not cover their number last week.
They definitely didn't, man.
And the Giants, a
They
couple
blew
weeks
it.
in a row, have scored and looked like they were gonna win and
They
then
did.
blew it. So they can score points with famous Jameis.
They
Um,
definitely can.
so what are
Um,
you thinking, Giants at the Patriots?
but the Patriots at home, man, different animal. So I'll take the Patriots, man. But I'm gonna take the Patriots I'll take them to the over because, like you said, the Giants can score. So give me the Patriots to the over.
Patriots and the over. This one was hard for me because I don't like the hooker. And Patriots disappointed me last week, even though they won, they didn't cover. But the Giants disappointed me more because they had Detroit on the ropes and couldn't bring it home. I'm just going by the number. Give me the Giants. Give me the Giants. I don't like the hooker on the 7.5. 46.5. Give me the over. I'm going to say they're going to score some points. I still think Patriots win, but I think Giants cover the number. And I got the over on that one. You are off my screen, by the way. It's just me. Couple more things I want to do. Can you hear me? Let's start there. Can you hear me? All right, we are having
Sorry about that.
technical difficulties. There he is with his green screen behind him, but he'll get it back real soon. Okay, couple things I wanted to ask. Well, one thing I want to bring up, one question I got for you.
There we
The
go.
question is, if we had a redraft of the 2025 NFL draft,
Mm-hmm.
same order, Tennessee Titans at number one, they need a quarterback. Are
Hmm.
you taking Cam Ward or are you taking the concussion prone Jackson Dart.
Dang.
Because I thought about this.
Shador ain't in that
Jack,
conversation.
you want Shador?
But
The
that
guy
was,
who got drafted in the 5th round that's only played in one game?
yeah, but the whole conversation when that draft started was that it was supposed to be Shador and Cam. That was
It's,
the conversation. Unfortunately, he got caught in politics.
all
You
right,
know what
let's throw Shador in there. And he has a very, very,
I'm
very
saying?
small sample size.
Yeah, very small. Nah, I was man, Jackson Dart, man, he's a phenom. And I just think that people are fit. I think people are fit where they need to be fit at. You know what I mean? So no, I would still take Cam at Tennessee. You know what I mean? I would still take Cam at Tennessee. Um, I just think Dart is made for the New York market.
And you're
So
and you're and you're not and you're still no with Shador.
we like you said, we only got that one sample size. I believe he
Mm,
could have played the position. I believe he could have been ready for the pressure that's gonna come with it. Um, I don't think he's a 5th round draft pick. No. So
I don't think so either.
no,
I
sir.
thought he was
I
at
also
worst second. At
or
worst second round.
honestly, I would have liked him down in Orleans, to be honest. I'd have liked him down there. But I
Yep.
wouldn't have picked him first. I would have still picked Cam, Cam Ward. And I just think I can't see Jackson Dart not being in New York. Now he's there. I just can't see him not being there. Um, yeah, now I would have kept it the same.
I would have changed it because
So
the one thing Cam Ward has played in every game, right? He's played in
mhm,
every game.
every game, he's durable.
The difference between Cam Ward and Jackson Dart and Shador is there's no juice with Cam Ward. He looks mediocre to not good. There's no juice. Jackson Dart had nobody on offense, and he brought juice. They would have beat the Bears if he didn't get that concussion. I'll tell you that right now. He was looking real good.
Yeah.
He had juice, and Shador, although small sample size, it looks like he's got juice. Look at
He
how
got
many more big plays have happened in that one game than with Dylan Gabriel with the little dump
Yeah.
offs.
He put a lot
With the little dump offs.
he put a lot of pressure on the uppers, man, with that game.
I would put Jackson Dart and Shador above Cam Ward, knowing what I know now. I still think Cam Ward is a first round guy, but I wouldn't have picked him number one. I would have picked Dart number one. That's what I would have done.
And I'm sorry that we had the technical difficulty in America, man. Well, who did you have in the Patriots New York game?
Oh, you didn't hear any of that? I had the Giants covering the number. Giants
Oh,
covering
okay.
the number, but Patriots still win, and I took the over like you did.
Okay, so you got the Giants.
Because Jameis can score. He can score.
You don't you don't
He
think
just won't win, but
you
he'll
don't think
score.
that defense is for real in New England at home?
I think it's for real, but I don't think it's dominant. I don't think it's a dominant defense. I think it's a good defense. I think it's good. It's not great. Who's great on that defense? Tell me right now, right off the top of your head.
Gonzalez, Christian Gonzalez.
They have to me, he's a very good corner. I don't think he's great.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
he's a very good
I get
corner.
that. So you by committee. I guess that's by committee. I guess you're right. I mean,
And keep in mind too, uh the first round pick Campbell, he got hurt. He got a knee injury. So now they're gonna have a backup at left tackle. And one
oh,
thing, Drake May sticks in the pocket, so he does get sacked.
oh
And now
man.
you're gonna have a backup left tackle on
Yo,
that
that
line.
pressure. And the Giants can't bring pressure. You might got a
They
good point there.
they got a new defensive coordinator. I'm
And it's
assuming they're going to switch it up. They got four guys that are supposed to bring pressure off of the defensive line. Lawrence, Burns, um, the rookie, and the other guy, Thibodeau. So they got, yeah, and Carter, the rookie, Abdul Carter. So they got four guys that should be able to get to him. I'm just saying.
Man, I don't know how we had a 2-hour program tonight. That's crazy.
Man, you and I, we talkie.
Jesus,
We talk. We can stretch it out, bud.
man, that's
And lastly, I'll just leave it. Even though I said I was going to talk about wrestling, they do have Survivor Series on this Saturday. Survivor Series War Games. It's on this Saturday. You can catch it on the ESPN app, but only if you subscribe to ESPN Plus, which I don't have ESPN Plus. So even with the ESPN app, I will not be able to watch it. Once they took it off of Peacock, it's like, oh, until you put it back on, I'm gonna miss those big events.
you know,
Sorry.
what I've been watching, man, the last couple of days, because I just be into my little world. The Last Duel. You ever see The Last Duel?
The movie,
Yes.
I started to, but it was long.
But you know why it was long?
Why?
Because they told the same story from 3 different perspectives.
Oh,
You told it from the
is
Matt
that that's the Ridley Scott movie,
Yeah,
right?
the Ridley Scott movie, yeah. And it caught me because I'm sitting there like, no, you know why I dug it so much? One, I'm gonna tell you 2 reasons, America, and then we'll get off, right? I'm gonna tell you why I dug it so much, Gil. You always give me that damn look to throw me off. You feel me? But I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. Because I look at one cults, you know, how traditions and things work, right?
Mhm.
And one, how women should be thankful that we in this era now, I guess, because they have a voice and opinion. They could tell you what the hell they's on their mind. They could talk down. You know how they are, man. Back then, that was unheard of for a woman to sass a man. It doesn't happen. Okay. He went off the war, go die, go kill, do what he had to do, right? Her job was to make sure that that crib was taken care of, to make sure that the people paid the taxes, all that. Feel me?
Mhm.
All that. Husband come back from war, you gotta go back being housewife. No voice. You just here to get plowed upon and give me an air. Okay, straight up. How they said it.
Now, when you say she's got to keep the crib clean and all that stuff, we're talking about a
No,
castle, right?
a castle.
Yeah,
She
okay.
no, I ain't saying just clean. She has to take care of everything that's on this castle and land.
Because
So I
she's a
mean,
queen.
she's a
She's a
queen.
queen.
Basically, she's a
Yeah.
queen. They call him Lord and all that stuff, right? Cool, right? So what I dug about it was the fact that it shows you how people look, how much you really be viewing things in your own perspective, and you be thinking like it's not, because from Matt Damon's perspective, he's the best husband ever. He was nice and kind to the woman, and no. And
Mhm.
then the dude that raped the woman, because this is part of the thing, right? Yeah, he raped her, man. I mean, back in them customs up they took the nana, right? But in his
Well,
mind,
this podcast is off the rails right now. Go
off,
ahead.
in his mind, though, right, Gil? She was coming on to him. You know what I'm saying? She
Hmm.
wanted it. She just didn't know
Oh,
how to ask
she
for
was
it.
asking for it.
Yes, in her own little way, right?
Yeah.
And then it's her perspective, which is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Which her husband is cold, like he ain't the lovey type. You know, a warrior. He used to killing people. How you gonna go to tendon when you used to killing the man, putting a knife in his freaking eye? You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
then the other guy, he's definitely the loot. He was well feeling himself too much. He definitely took the nana. And you don't take a man's nana, that ain't your lady, okay?
Oh
And if
boy.
she's lying, she got to get back in them
There,
days, you got hung, stripped down, and beat with a stick and set on fire. And they said you burn for like sometimes 20, 30 minutes alive. Wow.
there is no part of what you just told me that makes me want to go run and watch this movie. No
Bro,
part. No
bro,
part at all.
bro. I just gave you a summary of this, right? You gotta see,
Long
hold up. You gotta see when they
women getting abused.
yeah. Yeah. That makes you want to look, makes you embrace your wife even more to say, dag, baby, this is why we ain't in this. I'm glad we ain't in this era of look, you got an opinion, a voice, it's me and you. You know, you ain't got to walk behind me. I ain't got to bark orders at you. You ain't got to be just a thing to plow upon. You know, you gotta look at your wife and be damn kind of glad we in 2025 going 2026. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it. And then the duel when they got to actually fighting, man, bro. It's different.
Maybe if I could skip the first 2.5 hours and actually get
It wasn't
to
that long.
the action part. It felt long. It
Wasn't that
felt like Ridley Scott certainly took his time. Well, since you gave a recommendation, I'm going to give a recommendation too. Season 2 of Landman, catching on Paramount Plus. Billy Bob Thornton, love season 1, and season 2 just started. They're only 2 episodes in, so catch Landman on Sunday nights, Paramount Plus. That is our show. Want to thank everybody for tuning in the last 2 hours. Want to thank all our listeners, people who subscribed. We're going to have shorts for you later on in the week. But thank you for catching our show. We'll be back next Tuesday to talk about the huge. So I want everybody to have a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the holiday, and we will see you. Enjoy the games, and on Tuesday we'll see you at 9:30. For Larry Loper, I'm Gilly Irizarry. Deuces, y'all.
Juice, man. My man, partner, man.